The old world is a crucible of relentless war. It has ever been so. An era as long as the mountains are unyielding. But as the storms gather again, it presents a chance for the brave to bring about an age of reckoning. I come to the Dwarf High King as a herald of such times, and so I find myself at the King's right hand. My presence is timely, for dire news comes from the south. Greenskins flock to the banner of a cruel war boss. Now, my liege, Thorgrim Grudgebearer, leads a mighty throng from Karazakarak, smashing aside any foes that block our path. If Grudgebearer desires to return the Karaz Angkor to its former glory, then he must rid his lands of vile greenskins. Those gathering within the shadows of Everpeak are a good start.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Juggernaut, and this is a Let's Play in Warhammer Total War as the Dwarves, starting with Thorgrim Grudgebearer himself, the High King of the Dwarves, in a attempt to basically, as I plug in my headphones, to unite all the Dwarves and form one great big dwarf faction. I hope you will join me on this quest. It will be somewhat tricky, perhaps.
Another grudge that must be put right, and soon. For
yes, it must.
Other dwarfholds will not tolerate a High King that cannot secure his own realms.
Of course.
To the south, yet more vicious Urki and Groby lay ready to strike at your king.
Urki and Groby, yes.
Amongst your own folk, there are many grudges to settle here.
There are. So, this will be somewhat role-playing-ish.
Crawl to the Karaz Angkor once more, and no creature, greenskin or otherwise, shall stand in your way.
Yes, this will be a role-playing Let's Play. How so? Well, if you take a look at the lore... Shut up. If you take a look at the lore, you will know that... we'll get into the great big book of grudges later. If you take a look at the lore, I'm serious, shut up, this is not the first time I'm playing. You'll know that no dwarf has ever harmed another. That's not necessarily true. But what I mean is, no dwarf kingdom has ever waged war against another dwarf kingdom. This is simply something that doesn't happen. Instead, they form confederations. And that is exactly what I'm going to do with every single dwarf nation alive. The greenskins, the humans, the chaos warriors, the vampires, all of them, especially the vampires, Jesus Christ, they will all be subjugated to conquest and slaughter, but the dwarves must be integrated peacefully, so in that sense we are going to roleplay. Furthermore, as soon as we reach the the provinces of Sylvania and declare war on them and enter them, all my armies must, by, role-playing standards, purge and destroy all settlements in Sylvania, and just be-rid that land completely of all forms of civilization, I suppose. But basically, I must destroy all the settlements in Sylvania, not occupy them. Again, role-playing reasons. So, with all that settled, let's begin. The Silver Road is our home province, and the Karaz-a-Karak, our home or capital city, and the only city we now own. It is a mighty fortress, a huge fortress, but yeah, so far, could use a bit of work, let's just say. So, I want a siege workshop here. This is going to be the recruitment center for the dwarves. Yes. Now, what is this? Alright, satisfied 0 to 9, total severity. Current total severity 3. The Longbeards are silent because there are very few grudges unaccounted for, much to their annoyance, as they like a good moan. Alright. Technology, first of all. My god, you have a lot of technology. Wow. Well, consider me impressed. Of the way of the clans, -5 recruitment cost. Plus recruitment cost, +1 public order, +5 income. Yeah, I think we're going to go down mostly the diplomacy and economy side of things in terms of technology. So, we have dwarf warriors and miners we can recruit. These are unavailable to recruit right now. And this is Gnashak, a greenskin warlord. Orc boys, Arab boys, goblin archers. Alright. Do we have any agents available to us? I don't think so. Alright, so, the Great Big Book of Grudges. Objective, defeat an army belonging to the following faction, Bloody Spears. Well, they're right there. Alright, go. Our first battle, then. Really? That easy? This used to be different, I think. But, yeah, there's no chance in hell I'm losing this. But, well, it is our first battle, and it's only right that I fight it on the campaign map. But before we actually initiate battle, I want to check the... So I'm going to cut through this loading in process. Alright, so I switched up the recording software and system a little bit. You probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Well, for those curious, and just for them, I'm now recording with the I'm now recording the game itself, not the screen or not the monitor. So hopefully that should provide a little bit of a more pleasant viewing experience. Basically, the video should look a little bit better now. Alright, so we have Quarrelers, and this is the great big advantage of what's-his-face. He starts off with Quarrelers, which is quite a hefty advantage. Well, and the artillery, but the artillery is kind of obvious. And the reason I say that is, our Quarrelers are quite powerful. Considering you get them so early on, the Quarrelers are a remarkably strong range unit. The Dwarves as a whole... How do I put this? Perhaps not perfectly balanced, but hey, not that I'm judging or anything. Now, I'm curious, can I... Fire? No? Are you still reloading? who knows. Let's let them shoot. I'm used to the Attila and Rome 2 systems. This new form of thingamajig is kind of confusing for me. Right, Thorim, you are going to attack him personally, and you two will move up and support the miners, who are acting like a little bit of a... honestly, like a little bit of a meat shield. Let's not use them as meat shields. I think they're fairly poorly armoured for this type of engagement. Alright, vengeance indeed. Have you focus on them, have you focus on them. Right, let's see how it's going. I want him killed before he destroys all my melee units. And the greenskins should be fairly easily dispatched of as well by the giant hammers present here. And the greenskins' back lines are pretty much falling back. This is the fight I'm most curious about, and they've nicely isolated themselves from the entire situation for him. Grudge Bearer. Oh my god, that is beautiful. Just hit him over the head once, and the guy's running away. Alright, let's use this momentum to our advantage and push the greenskins out of here. We'll chase them around later, but I want this group to fall actually to that end. Fire on them. And there we go. I want you to shoot at the big... these are big uns, right? Yeah, I'm gonna kill the big uns. If at all possible, chase him down and kill him, but I don't think you'll be able to do that. Of course, I want you to chase down your enemies. Kill as many as we can before the official battle ending. I guess in a way this is also preparation for... or in preparation for Warhammer 2. Kind of, that is a bit of a vague sentence, right? Well, what does it mean, preparation? Well, I'm just playing this until Warhammer 2 comes out, but, it's not technically incorrect, so... there's that. Let's speed this up, and, yeah. Well, this has been a nice little battle to start off with, I think. The, siege is going to be tougher, actually. It'll be considerably tougher because, well, they're going to go back, they're going to regroup, and they're going to have a bunch of reinforcements. Meanwhile, I'm not really going to be in a position to have any reinforcements. Yeah, I don't think I'll be catching anything else anytime soon. Maybe the Quarrelers will get off a volley? No. Alright. Decisive victory, but, we were actually outnumbered, oddly enough. Now, I forgot to edit something out really quickly. Or to edit something out? Oh, you know what I mean. We can release the captives. Would be a terrible idea. Or we can execute them. Of course, we can execute them. And we settled a grudge. And he got a thing as a result. Yeah, I'm thinking about that entire situation. Now, what do we want Thorin to become? I kind of want him to be an anti-hero, or a hero killer, if that makes any sense, you know? He already has a lot of armor. He's already very tough. Right? And that's my idea. He's already very tough, so he might not need any of this. I will give him, like, the entire High King thing. I will give him the crown. All this stuff will add... see, it'll add armor and stuff to him. So this might be a bit redundant, you know? Army management... not not that useful. So I guess Inspiring Presence and down this tactical line for you. Now we could recruit 3 Dwarf Warrior units and then attack next turn, but I'll give them time to recuperate, rest and gather their strength, which I don't want to give them. So, in actual fact, we will attack again, but this battle will happen next time, as this is quite enough for the first video. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, what am I talking about? It's 8 minutes long. First bit. No. Hold on. No. Quick save. There is something regarding the game I wanted to do. Oh, sod it. My apologies for the jump cut. Essentially, I was looking at something. I forgot to increase the unit size. I'll do that next episode. For now, we'll fight in the smaller battles, and it kind of does make a little bit of a thematic sense, I suppose. You know, start small and then our armies get bigger, and so do the enemy armies get bigger. There's a sense of, like, progression, if you will. Completely artificial, but, you know, it's not too bad, I suppose. So this is what remains of his army. And him as well. I don't think there's any reason to change up the strategy too much. Well, yeah, there is one, actually. Yeah, move everything back a little bit, and put these guys in a line, and move these guys up. And then do that. Alright, now the question is where we want to put our guys. Do we want to be on the hill up here? Because their reinforcements will be coming from that direction. I think I want to be... just here. I think here is fine. Right, open fire. Loose! Can't help but notice how only one of them... Ah, there we go. Alright, there we go. Killed a few big guns already. Also, those are the Arab boys. Well, I'm not... Am I? Yes, I am incorrect. We have not killed any of the big guns. That doesn't matter. You're hitting that group of infantry, which... I suppose it's fine. Could use more of these. Definitely. But where are their reinforcements? I don't think I can actually see them. I will be able to once they cross this ridge. And I've lost visual with the orcs up ahead as well. Not really brilliant, but and we'll turn these guys around to face the reinforcements as soon as they cross. I don't like seeing blind like this as much as the next guy, but I have the full tactical advantage. And well, maybe putting myself on a hill would have been better, but I like the central position here. Because it should, in all due technicality, allow me to fight them separately. And if I don't fight them separately, well, there's not much of a disadvantage in that as well. I'll tell you what, I'll move in with the Arab boys a little bit. Oh, sorry, Arab boys. Because I was shooting at Arab boys. I'm moving with the Quarrelers a little bit. And you know what? I think that's a brilliant idea, actually. See, these guys have a great range. So why don't you engage the enemy immediately, and we'll grab these guys and put them right behind you. This will make him turn towards me. Now I want you on them, and I want you on them, because I want to eliminate their range capabilities as quickly as possible. They're looking to regroup with their other forces. Could be a little bit of a problem. I don't think it will. Considering Thorum can pretty much take out an entire unit on his own, really do not think there'll be much of a problem. Right, let's engage. Let's get involved in melee. See what happens then. Of course, you are ordered to skirmish with the enemy. Yeah, in fact, if you could just hit them from the rear like you're doing right now, that would be perfect. Yeah, you need to kill them, because they're going for the catapults. Or the grudge throwers, whatever. I would lie if I were to say I'm not worried about the, well, the catapults and the melee units at this stage. The question is, how good is the crew? Not at all, apparently. But we do have some focus fire coming in on them. See, the only reason we're winning this battle is being carried by 4 different dwarves on a golden chair. As, if you think that sounds funny, you're right, but it's completely true. Now, they're running away. Focus fire on the other people. Now, as many losses as we take in this battle, it won't matter at all when we win. They'll just replenish themselves as long as we don't lose entire units. That is all that matters. See, this is not good. Now, these are goblins. Quarrelers are deceptively good at melee, which makes them so damn useful. I say good at melee. They're not good at melee. It's just that other units are hopeless at melee, so they are, you know, not so hopeless, I suppose. Yes, it's just vengeance, vengeance, alright. You up for a fight with one of the toughest orc units alive? Ah, sure you are. I have no idea what Kazook means, but it sounds cool. Krunlug. Oh, sorry. Kruglug. Warriors. That's new. That wasn't around when I was, when I was playing this. It's been some time. It's been like a month, I think, since I played. Actually, that's not true. It's been like 2 weeks. A little less than a month. There you go. I consider this a dominating victory for the dwarves. Now, on the battlefield, we may have lost practically everything, but that does not matter, because the orcs have lost so much more. Now, unfortunately, the biggest problem for the dwarves is lack of good viable cavalry. I have nothing, practically nothing, to chase the enemy down. So I'll kill these Kruglug, whatever the hell they are. Did I actually check somewhere? No. But everyone else is going to have to run away, apparently. Oh well. That is quite enough. A Pyrrhic victory on paper, but in reality wasn't that bad. Lost around half our forces. The orcs, I believe, lost a little bit more. But far more importantly, we killed their lord. And we're going to execute all the captives again. He pulls back, way back. I get to attack this place. 1818. Grom. Oh, is this the guy in charge of managing the thing, isn't he? Yes, he is. This is the guy in charge of management over here, if you will. I think I can win this. I think I can. Because I have such a range superiority. Actually, I have all the range superiority. They don't have any ranged troops. Yeah, I think I can outwit them. As dangerous as that will be. Because if I don't win now, the orcs get reinforcements. I don't, so it puts me in a bit of a weird position. Whereby I have to win. Only one of them grudge thrower? Aww. Alright, you are reserve troops. In case the impossible happens. Lauren Grudgebear, you're the answer to every question I have at this point. The question, is Grom an actual unit? Like an actual orc down there? No, he's just regular one. He's just like... He's one of these, he's a regular, he's not a hero unit. So... That's oh so good. It reminds me of a few Mount and Blade Warband battles I had in the day. We basically just run away from the enemy and hit them with crossbows from a distance. See, they're running away. I want you to target the goblins, because there's a lot of them, and they suck at taking arrows to the face. Or in your case, bolts. See what I'm talking about? Actually terrible. Now, I'm gonna need you to run the hell away. The question is, are you faster than the orc boys? I don't think you are. But there is a solution to this. And it involves a man on top of a golden chair being carried by 4 other dwarves. As it always does, to be honest. I mean, name one problem that can't be solved by this guy. It's okay, I'll wait. And again, you want to engage me with goblins and melee combat, that is also fine. You might need help against the orc boys, though. Just need to break them. There you go. And that's the thing. That's the entire thing behind this entire battle. Stop firing. You just need to break the enemy. You don't need to beat them. There you go. It's a thing of morale. Ah, perfect. And there's no need to fight any further because I want to know. I just won at least 50 battles. All right. Really, this is my 50th battle? No, I had more than 100 at least. Well, actually, 50th battle that I played myself and didn't auto-resolve, possibly. That is possible. And you'll notice we lost no troops in the offensive, so there you go. And we're going to just occupy this because it is rightfully ours.
Your Dawi have been put to work fixing up the captured city, sir. Yet there are many grudges still to settle. Perfidious manlings and bloodthirsty vampires threaten your kind in the north.
Yes. You have been left with only one unit. Largug. And you're not a hero unit either, you're just a captain.
It is time.
Unfortunately, you don't have enough movement to go after him. I think he did quite enough for this one, what's it called? For this one time, I suppose. Let's build... You know what? Let's build a barley field. As income isn't terrible, and I think we're going to need some help with reinforcing all these units. And before we end the video, let's pick another trait for our dear Lord. Lord of the Depths, Axe Lord, Tactician. Let's go Axe Lord. Alright, there we go. That's it for the first episode. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Please remember to like, subscribe down below. Shut up. Shut up. Oh, it's a battle. We'll do it when we get rid of the greenskins. I'm in no rush to do the battle here. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed this video. My name is Juggernaut. Until next time, have fun, take care, and bye-bye.